What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessie if you are new around here, and I am a K-6 music teacher. Today we are doing the new teacher, new year tag. So last year I saw a bunch of these pop up and I was still just a baby YouTuber. I don't even know if I started my channel actually yet, but I watched so many of them and I thought it'd be fun to just kind of go through the questions this year and tag a few new friends so we can kind of keep this tag alive because it was really fun to watch it. So there are 5 questions. I'm gonna go ahead and go with the first one, and that one was, what are the challenges that you've had so far this year? And so I think for me, I kind of go to the negative. I can kind of get down on myself and be a perfectionist. And so I was really like excited when I was thinking about these questions and I was going through the challenges and I was like, I can only really come up with one thing, kind of one bigger thing this year, but that was really nice to like be like, oh, like I'm not thinking of like 10 things. So the big thing for me is concerts. I have had some technical issues. I've had some needing to ask for help issues, and so my performances haven't gone the best this year. And I feel like also I'm just, every year there seems to be another performance that is asked of me, which is totally fine, but it's just a new thing that you have to figure out all those logistics, and that's definitely, I am such a like big idea person, and then all those little nitty-gritty details and logistics are hard for me. And so that's always been kind of my weak point, and so I got to really work on that. I got to work on asking for help. I usually try and do them all by myself and I'm running around like a crazy person. So in particular this year I had a Veterans Day celebration that's outside, and I am still trying to figure out how to make sure that everyone can hear them. All the sound just gets absorbed into the air and like into the bodies, the crowd of students, and you could just never seem to hear them. And it's only been my second performance outside, so I thought like, oh, second performance, I'll nail it. I figured it out, and I still haven't. So I just need to like give myself a break, and I am gonna figure it out. I think my big thing that I was talking about is that I just need to have more students sing, and the issue is also with the speaker. The sound is traveling through it, and I think there's a delay, and so they're not being able to stay with the music. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep work on that and give myself grace. I think I just need more students, and I feel like I need dual speakers. I only have one big one, so I feel like if 2 came at them, maybe it would be a little bit better. So again, if I asked my Instagram, and so many of you were like, me too, I have this problem. So if you have this, like any suggestions, please let me know in the comments, because I know so many of us are having issues with that, and I would love any suggestions. So the second question is, what successes have you had so far this year? And again, I'm just so excited that like, I was like, wow, I like have had a really good year. So let's see, look at my little notebook here. I totally forgot. Okay, so first one is honest feedback. I feel like I've tiptoed around a little bit with my students and my feedback to them. I don't want to create any emotional scars. I feel like there are so many students that are like, yeah, my teacher told me I'm a bad singer and I never sing again. Like, I just feel like that happens so much, and kids are really putting themselves out there when they do performances. And so I feel like I've just tiptoed, and I think that, I don't know what kind of made the switch, but I went to a workshop a long time ago, and they talked about that, like these 3 things. Like I was like, I noticed, I wonder, and oh snap, oh, I valued. That's right. So it was, I noticed, so like just observations, just like say what you noticed. I valued, so saying something that you like. What did you like about the performance? What did you value? And then finally, I wonder. And so I wonder is kind of the feedback. I wonder if, you know, you worked on this section a little bit more, it would be a little bit cleaner, things like that. So I am really just going straight to that feedback. I'm not giving these fluffy compliments. Oh, I know what it was. I had a professional development that I do through my district, and they talked about how like a compliment sandwich is like really, it's not a thing. Like people will, it's just fluff. It's just fluff that you really don't need. And so I'm just going straight to that feedback, and my students have really really appreciated that. I feel like they're like, oh, we do have a goal, like we do need to try our best and improve, and they want to improve, and it really has encouraged them. So I don't really give too much fluffy compliments anymore. I kind of go straight to that feedback, and they have really rose to, you know, wanting to do better. What was the second thing? Let's see. Oh, relationships. Yeah, relationships have been really good this year, especially with some kids that I have had struggled, like power struggles with almost. So they have kind of picked up that I'm noticing that they're not participating, and they kind of feed it off of that. They kind of were like, oh, like Miss Johnson wants me to participate, I'm not going to, which is kind of, you know, that's like the worst, to have that power struggle between a student. And so I feel like this year, I don't know what it is, but I feel like we're kind of coming to a common ground. I also did a lot more parent communication this year, which I think has really helped also. And then also, like, as some of my tougher students, I will ask, like, can I come to a soccer game? Can I, you know, just go out to eat with your student, the family? And I think that it's really helped that personal connection, because that they can be like, well, Miss Johnson, you know, she does care, even if I'm not the biggest fan of music, at least that, you know, she does care about me and she wants to have that relationship, and it kind of helps. So I feel like that's been really good this year, especially with some of my tougher students. All right. Number 3 is your favorite lessons of this year, and I've had quite a few as I was going through. I just kind of was looking through all my lesson plans and things that popped out to me, and there's a few that I've already shared about, so I'm not going to go into full detail, and I can just link the videos. So the first one is Tanko Bushi. It is a Japanese folk dance that I taught this year, and it's about a coal mining town, and it has a lot of those movements inspired that you can really tell that it is about a coal mining town. And the song that I used, again, it's in that video, so I won't share here. You guys can check it out. I think I have it linked below in the description, but it's just such a groovy, like, kind of new age version of it, and the kids loved it. So Tango Bushi, check that out. It's in my world music lessons. I will link it so you guys can know which one. Another one that I did was a Pumpkin Ran Away. Pumpkin Ran Away is like a really cute song for dotted half note. I made a TPT file of it if you are interested in it, but really just all you need to know is the song. And so it's a Pumpkin Ran Away. Google it, you'll find it. And then you just may play a really cute game. And again, I will link on, let's see, my Instagram. I have a post of how the game works, and so you guys can check that out. And that's for older kids, maybe like 4th, 5th, 6th. Staff Wars. Staff Wars is the weirdest thing that I have. Like 4 a.m. I was just like, oh, I'm gonna make a story about Star Wars somehow and include Solfa, and it's just so cute because I made it into, if I don't say so myself, I'm bragging, because at the end it's about like salami, like so la and me salami. It has a little twist at the end, a little joke, and the kids really liked it. So it's about putting Sola and me on the staff, and it's like a Star Wars story that I kind of interactive story. Again, that's on my TPT if you want to check it out. Shameless plug. And then Bunny Story. Bunny Story is like a Dow Crows activity. Yeah, it's gonna help you with high, low, and middle. And I use that with my kindergartners, and then I bring it back in 1st grade because they love it so much. And I will link the video of the teacher doing it, and I just copied her. I made up my own little piano parts, but she pretty much tells a piano story, and the kids act it out, and my kids love it so much. Number 4 is fave classroom items, and I actually just the video before this did a classroom favorite, so I would check that out. But just to not be too redundant, I will just emphasize that my top 2 things from that video is a clicker, and then I don't actually know if I did, I think I might have lumped it in with the clicker, but a Bluetooth keyboard. So a clicker is like you can put the little USB drive into your hard drive, CD-ROM thing, I don't know. Good luck. And then you can click through PowerPoints, and you don't have to go up to your computer and click. You can just click from your clicker, and it's really nice. And I just make a whole entire lesson plan, Google Drive presentation. Oh goodness, I can't talk. And I will just click through that. And so it's all in one place. And so I don't really have to worry about going over to my computer too much. And that's when I usually lose the kids a little bit. So it's really nice. But a whole nother level is if you get a Bluetooth keyboard. So I do have to, from time to time, you know, click onto a file or click onto a YouTube video. And so I still have to go to my computer. Well, with a Bluetooth keyboard, you can do that all because there's a little mouse pad on this Bluetooth keyboard, and you can just go be in the back of the classroom and click on things that you need to, and it's awesome. Teaching from the back of the classroom, it's perfect. I love it, except for when you have to model things, you have to run up to the front of the classroom, but it just eliminates all those extra talking in the back. It's amazing, and it's really worked out for me very well, and I feel like I have a connection with those kids that sometimes I only see the front, and so I can really see the whole entire group. So Bluetooth keyboard, you won't regret it. And finally, number 5 is goals for the remainder of the school year, and I have 4 of them. So I think it is really nice. Like, I know it's not a new school year, but it's still a new year and a fresh start. And so my 4 goals are, first of all, concerts. This is like the one time that parents see me, and it makes me sad when my concerts aren't the best because of technical issues and sound issues. So definitely really want to work on that and ask for help. I need help. I need someone back behind if technology fails to be able to click on the next song. And so I think the big thing for me is just asking for help. Second, talk less, do more. That is like my one that every year I strive for that, because kids want to do music, not talk about it. So I just need to talk less and get to the activity faster and make them do more. Make them do more. You know what I mean. 3 is balanced activities. So I have found this year, and I've already started to do it, which has been really great, is that music teaching is freaking like very, very active, and you're like dancing and playing an instrument, and then you're talking about a PowerPoint, a video, you're doing so many, playing games and being imaginative, and it can be exhausting. It's very fun, but it's super exhausting. And so I think that balanced activities, and what I mean by that is like cross your grade levels. Have 1 or 2 that you do pull out, like a write the room activity, or a worksheet, or a color by sound worksheet, or something like that, or a game, an interactive small group game that you say the instructions and then you let them go. You do centers. So I just think that it's really nice to have those, because what I seem to do sometimes to myself is I will have high energy lessons for every single grade level, and I get so worn out. And so I like that to kind of balance it. So like, maybe I pick 1st grade and 3rd grade. This rotation is doing kind of a lower energy on my part lesson, and then I flip to like 2nd and 4th, and then the next rotation is K and 6. And so you're kind of going through, and I feel like the kids also, they're like, wow, like they kind of have some more balanced energy because of it, and they're not always doing those really high energy things in music. And they know, like, because I feel like sometimes I never did those, and so when I'd be like, okay, we're doing a worksheet, they'd be like, what? Like, what? We don't do those in here. All we do is play games. And so it's kind of kept them a little more centered, that we do have goals, we do have things in here that we need to achieve. And so having a worksheet and stuff like that, or a game, a small group game, is something that we are going to do in here. Okay. 4 is finally follow through. I am such a sucker for giving students so many warnings and not following through. I will constantly say, that's your first warning, or I'll lose track. I'll lose track of how many warnings I gave them, and I feel like it's still the first one. And so I will just give chance after chance after chance. And I think it's because I'm still relatively young. I like to think. I'm 28 and I don't have any kids, and sometimes parent communication still really intimidates me, because I'm like, who am I to not have any kids to be like, coming at parents? And so I've been trying to really follow through a lot more, and it's just always, I don't know why I'm surprised, but every single time for the majority of the time, have parents that are like, yes, tell me exactly you know, we will, you know, support you in any way. We will talk with them. I'm so sorry. Like, they are so supportive. And usually, for the most part, it fixes the problem. It's like one email or one phone call, and that's about it. It's a rare occasion that I need to really talk to the student or the parents again. So I just need to follow through, give those few warnings, and then after that, just a communication home, and that usually really helps. So I'm very lucky in that sense, because I know that's not the case for everybody. So I just need to do it. All right, that's gonna wrap this video up. I would like to tag 2 people. Who knows if they'll do it, but I am just gonna put it out there, you guys. So the Chronicles of Teacher Tay, he is hilarious and he's blowing up. You guys should subscribe to his channel because he's just adorable and he just has the best outlook on life. So him, and also Becca Davis. Becca Davis, I just love her like calmness and her craftiness, and also you should follow her. She has great music ideas, and so I'd like to tag both of them if they would like to do it. And if you would like to do it, I tag you. If you are a new music teacher YouTuber, please let me know in the comments about you. I'd love to follow you, and please feel free to do this video. All right, bye guys.